It is just like One Piece to have a character introduction, especially one as big as Vegapunk, not be straightforward in the slightest. I mean, in chapter 1061, some of the crew met a particular version of Vegapunk, version 02, the Lilith version. But in 1062, we find out that's not the only version of Vegapunk. And how the rest of the crew, or the other part of the crew, find this one is actually deeper in Egghead Island. Bonnie, Luffy, Chopper, and Jinbei go deeper into the island, and they find an area where they are surrounded by giant monsters and creatures, kind of like the other crew was out in the sunny. Except the difference with these is that they are holograms, transparent. Luffy tries to attack one and goes straight through. And then after looking around, they find out it's not just these monsters that are transparent. They see this giant bouquet of food that they try to gobble down, and they go straight through it as well. Heck, this makes Luffy so mad he almost goes into Gear 5, it looked like, for a second there. But after a few moments of being frustrated and trying to figure out what's going on, we get introduced to another version of Vegapunk that looked like this combination of Astro Boy and Uta from film Red. But as he steps up to them looking about as tall as Kaido, Luffy, thinking this is another hologram, just starts swinging on it, trying to punch through it, and then gets clocked and sent flying into another machine in the background. And then this version of Dr. Vegapunk starts explaining how upset he is because all these crazy inventions he's having here are so complicated that other people can't mimic it, so he can't mass produce it. And because his funding is so low, he just can't keep creating things either. And he takes his anger and frustration, flies up and punches one of the giant creatures that Luffy went through a few moments ago. And he explains that the reason he can do this is because he's wearing gloves that lets him interact with light. And we get the full reveal of this being Dr. Vegapunk version 06, Punk Atlas, or Rap. 6 past the Punk going different this chapter. But of course, Luffy's reaction is the same reaction that I had, just jaw dropped and food in my mouth because I was eating at the time. But a quick word to Kizaru, you're going to have to be on your P's and Q's moving forward because it's not just the hockey movement you're going to look out for now.